Buttons are depressed.
Buttons are sad.
Alrighty. Quiet on the set.
And quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. And this is Lunch, coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Here are the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Les.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another, edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours, because we've been doing this for 10 years. Giveaways are open on both streams. If you're a Shroud player and you want to get in on the streamer bundle, is it still not working?
But
oh, hold on here. I'm just going to close it completely and relaunch it.
Yeah, Jack's bootay is broken.
Yeah, the streamer bundle is going to be pound bundle me on sorry, that's
bang.
yeah, bang bundle me. Dang, bundle me, not pounding.
Bang it.
Hold on. I'm waiting for chatbot to finish loading. So that way I can try to reopen for the third or fourth time.
Okay,
The
Tina,
chatbot.
I don't get the reference to 5.9s. I don't get it. What what
Uptime.
is
Uptime. 99.999%.
oh.
Okay, open giveaway. Now try on Laz's side. I love free shit for the Steam key giveaway, and that worked that time. Bang the bouquet on my side.
Bang it.
That's right. We gotta bang it.
Bang it hard.
Yes. Okay, now I get the reference 5.9. So just I figured 99.9. Yeah.
999. I think that's 24 minutes of downtime a year or something like that.
Yeah. And Dwip wants to know, how does it feel to be whelmed for 10 years?
Yes.
So
So
overwhelmed.
let's start.
Not underwhelmed.
Let's start off with the
just whelmed.
the
No,
fun.
You're jumping the gun. I got to do my welcome to today's show.
Okay, fine.
Boys and girls, it is Taco Tuesday, May 13th, 2025, here inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. And as promised, as we were talking yesterday, is I'm going to have some Leisure Suit Larry keys that we got to get rid of, since Leisure Suit Larry is leaving the Steam store.
Steam store.
Actually, it's gone. So I have keys. Excuse me.
Oh,
that need to be.
It is now gone.
Yeah, it was gone yesterday. Didn't you check the link?
No, well, hold on. Some Leisure Suit Larry is still there, but that's the more recent games.
The Wet Dreams saga was still there, right?
Yeah.
The other ones is
no longer.
Yeah, number one is gone, and then I'm guessing all the others. Yeah, 2, 3,
5,
6, and 7 are definitely gone. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna bring that up and just
yes.
is no longer
and
available.
Thanks to Laz, I now have them all.
Yes, absolutely.
Dun, dun,
Retro
dun, dun, dun,
Larry
dun.
retires.
And remember that number 4 does not exist because they lost the floppy that the game was on.
It was lost in the mail.
Which one was number 4?
Let's actually bring this up, and we can cover this real quick, because so people. And then we'll get to the other news, and I'll tell you which keys I'm going to have available today.
Oh, 5.9 is 5.25 minutes. I thought it was 8 or 24. But I mean, that's still not a whole lot of downtime in a year. But yes, Leisure Suit Larry won in the land of the lounge lizards.
Did you click the link?
Why are we clicking on that one? Yes, I am looking at that. Time to retire Larry.
That's the one.
Okay, and dear Larry fans, the following classics will soon be leaving the Steam store.
Why do you skip shit?
No longer. I'm not rereading all this shit.
After decades of questionable pickup lines and unforgettable adventures, it's finally time for Larry to hang up his leisure suit. At least the retro version of it. Thank you. Yeah, is that hard?
Yes. But the following classic titles will soon be leaving. It doesn't say, hey, they're leaving right now, or they're already gone.
That was April 30th.
April 30th. Yeah. So You had 2 weeks. 4 nines is a little under an hour. Yeah. Yep. Company I work for hasn't hit the 5 nines either. Well, a lot less downtime than Shroud. But yes.
Okay, so you're done with this. I'm guessing you're not going to read that 1, 2, 3, 4.
The following titles will soon be leaving the Steam store and will no longer be available for purchase. But if you already have the keys, you can still claim the game.
It doesn't say that actually, but apparently
Well,
we know that
considering
works.
that you sent me the keys yesterday
Yes,
and
I know that.
it did load up. Yes. Oh. Leisure Suit Larry Magna Cum Laude, uncut and uncensored. Leisure Suit Larry 1 in the land of the lounge lizards. Leisure Suit Larry 2 looking for love in several wrong places. Leisure Suit Larry 3 passionate Patty in pursuit of the pulsating pectorals. Leisure Suit Larry 5 passionate Patty does a little undercover work. Leisure Suit Larry 6 shape up or slip out because the pull-out method works. And Leisure Suit Larry, love for sale. But don't worry, if you already own any of these retro games, they'll stay right in your library, ready to play anytime you need a nostalgic dose of Larry's misadventures.
That's right.
I'm waiting for the movie.
I'm surprised it hasn't been done.
With Rustic with a hilarious comment.
I could see a younger Bill Murray playing Larry.
Yeah, and if you're not done with Larry just yet, his latest escapades are still available. Who do you see as Larry?
Bill Murray, I got younger Bill Murray.
Jason Alexander.
Jason
would be better.
Alexander? I don't know about that.
Short, fat, bald.
Yeah, but Larry's not short nor fat. He's thin and tall.
Right.
But bald.
To me, that image right there of Larry, it reminds me of Bill Murray.
Yeah, but Bill Murray's not bald.
Well, he is now.
Neither is Larry. Larry's got the top part.
Yeah, he's balding. He's got the
balding.
What's the receding hairline on both sides? Yes.
Yes.
Receiving.
Yes.
Receding.
Look at the picture. Or
Isn't it receiving?
Even better. Look at the picture in Discord here, and you tell me if that's not receding or not.
That is receding.
Yes.
See, it sounded like you said receiving, which means like the
hair.
No,
he's not receiving new hair transplants. Although he would probably love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's see. I have
Nicolas Cage.
Leisure Suit Larry. Leisure Suit Larry.
Nick Cage might be a good one. Yeah.
Leisure Suit Larry. Hair today, gone tomorrow.
The guy who played Kramer might fit really well too. Michael, what's his name?
Yeah.
But since the double pack is going to still be available, and we were looking at that yesterday, the double pack, that's the Wet Dream Saga. That was the whole thing. Where is the double pack? Is the double pack still here? I guess I have to look it up. What is the double pack still worth? Let's go back here.
$5 million.
I was just viewing the video on Wet Dreams Dry Twice, and he's in the jungle saying that's impenetrable, and someone said, "Since when does Bush ever stop you?" Or something like that.
All right, Wet Dreams Don't Dry, or $30 by itself, and Wet Dreams Dry Twice is $35. So that's $65 for total of those, which is what I've got basically $64.98 for
Or
my price.
or you
I
can play
also
the demo.
yeah, the demo is no fun without being able to finish. Yeah. That's like hiring a hooker
Like
just for a
like
demo and you don't get the finish is
like Larry doesn't get to finish, right?
but
Swing and a miss.
swing and a miss, right? So we're
Yeah.
gonna offer up today the Leisure Suit Larry Retro Bundle, which is 1 through 7, of course, -5 because
-4.
five, is it
4 was
4?
lost. Four was lost in the mail.
-4 because lost in the mail. So you'll get those 6 games. And then I also have the Leisure Suit Larry with Magna Cum Laude. And there's only one of those. Does that also come with Wet Dreams Don't Dry? Hold on, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I'm gonna do. Yeah, there's one. I have one copy left of the collection, which comes with Magna Cum Laude and Wet Dreams Don't Dry, and I'll put that one up for 1,500 bits. And for the Leisure Suit Larry Retro Bundle, I have since I have about 7 of those, so I'll put say 2 of those up for 1,000 bits each, and that'll be just 1 through 7 that's available. So if anybody wants to get their hands on it, and then of course tomorrow and maybe Friday I will redo the complete compilation again because I have
Ooh.
I should probably actually
Yeah.
offer one of those up today too. I don't know. I got 3 more of those. So if you want all of the games, 2,000 bits, you'll get all the games plus everything. Yeah, you'll get all the games plus 2 DLCs for 2,000 bits. So 3 different offers for today. 1 through 7, 1,000 bits. 1 through 7 plus Magna Cum Laude and Wet Dreams Don't Die, 1,500 bits. So if you want the whole complete collection, 2,000 bits, and you'll get the complete collection plus the 2 DLCs included. So take me up on it anytime today. And if it doesn't go today, it'll be up tomorrow. If you don't have the Leisure Suit Larry collection, now's a good time to get your hands on it because A, you ain't getting it on Steam no more, and B, you ain't getting it for these prices, period. So,
Yeah.
but back to Rustic Dragon's comment earlier. What was that comment? Where did it go? He considers every second after we should have episode 2 as downtime because we had some downtime last night, apparently.
Oh, this morning.
Last night, this morning, same difference to me. What time did it go down? Supposedly?
5 a.m.
Yeah,
or
this
3
morning.
a.m.
Yeah.
5:03 a.m. Central. But yes. But the funny part about that is remember 12 to 18 months after launch is when episode 2 was supposed to come out. So that would be downtime for the last 5 years.
Yes. And which are we starting with somebody posts, or are you just going to recap this
Well,
for everybody?
So we'll recap and we can, but first bring up the server status page on the Shroud page, where it says live server online. Okay.
Okay.
Because
I gotta get there. Here we go.
today's outage, which was first reported in Discord around, how about I tell you which one to bring up first? Is the one with the lovely Wivet, that screenshot. So the lovely Wivet posted that the login server was down for him, as well as Sosarian verifying that they also had characters in game around. Bring up the next picture, which is Dabs.
Had
go
somebody.
Yes. Sosarian had someone else. Yes. Bring up the Dabs tagging random people, and with no response from the briefing department, and he's tagged
British. Okay, I see it now. Yeah.
Yes, laned, because I think Dabs is confused that Laney and / Justin are not laned. Laned is a player, so nothing to do with Shroud. Devil Cult not working on the project anymore. Darkstar not working on the project. Tagging a bot really going to do a lot, and this started happening at 6:19, where he's trying to get bring it to the attention of other people. Then scroll up to the first one I posted. That was posted. First one I posted today. That
10:19
at 10:19 a.m. Tassilo and I are working on the issue. There are still people logged in and playing the game. The game and DBs are fine. The website says the server is down because it can't get a response between the login and game server. And that brings up the last Ravelock screenshot, where the resolution for the day, we had to restart everything to get it all back up, and everything should be good now. And that was posted at 10:41 this morning. But like it within that, there were several people that were, I was able to get in. It's working now.
And Tina, we can't actually answer that question. That's just our best guess, but even if he is part of the staff, he has nothing to do with any of that stuff. He would just be a contract developer for code.
Yes.
So, I mean,
well, the same way that Tassilo is a contract developer for server and website.
Tassilo is the maintainer of the login server, period. Whether he's contract or not, they lose Tassilo, they're fucked. Let's just put it that way.
Yes. And that is because where is the login server stored at?
Germany.
Deutschland. Why?
Yes, why?
Why?
Why isn't a login server in Austin with the game server? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Does not make any sense.
Shroud logic. Let's put the login server on the other side of the world. Because remember, Tassilo did reside in the US for a bit. He was working, or I mean, he may have just been camping out for a month or two, but he was vagabond within a
Yeah, he's just a
with no set
What's the word I'm
address
looking for?
for
He's like
years.
a gypsy. He's just constantly wandering over and wandering the
Yes,
world.
yes. He is a traveler. But yeah, I mean, but
Where's the redundancy is the real question.
what does that mean? What does that word mean in the concept of Shroud?
What word?
Redundancy?
What word? Yeah, right.
Yes. Yeah. So and I had to go through all that conversation because this morning Laz, after he woke up, only thought the server was down for 11 minutes, but no, it was down
Well,
for
again, I have a scroll
login
back,
server.
and yeah, here, hold on. Let's get to the scroll back here. This is I'm going to jump to the present. So I check about once a day here in the Shroud Discord, and I can close that now.
Yes.
And basically, from wherever my scroll back is where I stopped last. So, last I stopped was up here by this, looks like foxes in armor was the last thing that I had. So I scrolled from there down, and that's where I only saw 11 minutes worth of people complaining. I mean, people could have been complaining, which apparently they were, but they're rabbits chewing on wires. I didn't have all that. I was already past all that for this morning, and you guys aren't even seeing what I'm talking about. I was here in my, so when I scrolled, all I saw was 11 minutes, of people complaining.
Yeah,
that's all I saw.
When it was hours of where are the devs? The fun part is at 9:17. This is scroll all the way back to 9:17 a.m. Central, so that would be 10:17 for you. For Mom, I think reached out specifically to because Ravalox has been notified.
Looking 9:17.
It would be 10:17 for you since you're Eastern.
Yeah, 10:17. Yes, Ravalox has been notified.
Yeah. Which before that we didn't have any information from any of the dev team. So nobody was saying anything until 9:17 when Mom, I guess, reached out to Rav or possibly Justin.
I want you
to get a hold.
Quickly take a look to the right under the devs and tell me what names you see there.
Wait, hold on. Now I got to figure out how to bring up the list of people in the devs.
It'd already be there.
Show member list. Devs, Alley-Oop, Devil Colt, Ravalox, Sodabot.
There he is. Live and online.
So still listed as what? But this would have been hours ago.
I understand
whether or not he's doing anything with the project is.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any evidence of him doing anything for the project.
The only thing he does is the background programming stuff. So you're not going to see anything, of the other stuff. Alley-Oop and Ravlox are the two voices, and sometimes Justin, a.k.a. Laney. But other than that, you're not going to hear Devil Cult. Occasionally, Sanyo will reply to, a bug request. But meanwhile, Devil Cult, and you can't go by Discord, but you have to because he's still listed as a developer. Of course, if you look in our chat room, I still got them listed as Portalarium because that's just how I am.
Well, I mean, where's your monthly payment still going to?
Portalarium, that's right.
Portalarium. All right. It's like y'all can't even fix who you're paying years after an acquisition because you don't want to lose subscriptions.
Yeah, we've had that discussion several times, and you and I both
Yeah.
believe that we know that that can actually be changed. It's just somebody doesn't either have the access or somebody's just doesn't want to take the time to go and try and edit it properly. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to guess that the access to the actual account is what the big problem is, because you and I have both gone into our business accounts on PayPal and looked at it and said, "Oh yeah, we can change the name of our company name anytime we want." And
Yeah. Yeah.
the problem
And
we're told
we
is
provided the
supposedly
screenshots for it.
the problem we're told is supposedly multiple payment processors. But
Well,
yeah,
the other one they use is Amazon Pay. So, I mean, that's registering and modifying things there
I don't think that's actually a thing anymore.
on the
I think
website,
I
on the
think it's
store.
just yeah, I think it's just a standard credit card processor that processes.
Well, you
Yeah,
need to log in and go to the store and they're not using Stripe. So go into the store. Let's click on one thing. Click on the buy button and click on the next button. Oh, let's see what this takes us to, because it does have a
yeah.
picture of things. And whoops, it's a good thing that address is wrong. But yeah,
Yeah, PayPal and a credit card processor. That's all that comes up.
yeah.
There used to be two other payment processors here, but not any longer.
Yeah, they used to have Amazon Pay on there, but
Yeah.
if they're using like Stripe as the payment processor, then yes, this thing is easily done. The problem is when you change the ownership of the company, you also have to change your taxable EIN because the assets were purchased by another company. So this would be more of the let's not change these things because we're not reporting our taxes accurately.
Well, as Portalarium's not paying taxes because they're a defunct company, so we know that too.
Yes,
We know that Austin
but at the
has
same,
said that they are no longer a viable company in the state of Texas.
yes, and as well as the Delaware says that it was derelict. But as far as the IRS goes, it's still a taxable entity because it's receiving money to this day.
Yeah, Dwip. Yeah, that's what you keep saying. But when you win that battle, come back and let us know. I'm not
We've
saying
only
that out
been
loud.
walking
Yeah,
around that actual. We've only been walking around that statement forever.
yeah. Not gonna hear us say that out loud, that's for sure. But if you
Yeah,
win that battle, come back and let us know. We'll report on it. Till then, yeah.
and and Tina, what does it doesn't? What's that in reference to? I don't know, but you know what it is time for?
Is it that time? Oh, it's past
The
that time.
butt of the hour,
Past that
Howdy
time.
doody time.
and time to sit there and open up a. Oh wait, Knight Rider's no longer on this, not on the set. So Knight Rider going to be getting a streamer bundle from me.
And fucking Lomir.
Ooh.
Actually, we both owe Lomir one from yesterday, don't we?
Oh yes, we do.
Yeah. So
Well, why'd you have to remember that? We could have.
Yeah, because
yes, Lomir, come open up a trade window. But that giveaway is reopen, and don't forget, 1,000 bits on Laz's side, 1,500 bits, or 2,000 bits will get you Leisure Shoot Larry different types of bundles. So,
that's right.
But that would be for Laz.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's right. And I will go over them one more time so everybody knows. The retro bundle includes Magna Cum Laude, uncut and uncensored, plus a copy of Wet Dreams Don't Dry. That's going to be for 1,500. The regular 1 through 7 for 1,000 bits, and the complete collection with all 9 games plus 2 DLCs, 2,000 bits, and you too can get yourself the retro copies of Leisure Suit Larry that are no longer in the Steam store. And again, is the Wet Dreams double pack, which I have, which again is $65. I'm not gonna put that up just yet because those are still available. But even if I do, I will discount it later on in the month, just because you guys don't need to be paying $65 for it when I can get it to you for like $15-$20. So, and save you a whole bunch of.
It's a deal.
Yeah.
It's a deal.
That's right. Knight Rider says rare. What's rare?
It's a rare. only millions of people have played Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah.
So.
And
yes.
Spit it out, Logan. Spit it out.
And if you guys don't want your copies of Leisure Suit Larry, I'll gladly take it since I never played Leisure Suit Larry.
You're finally going to accept a game?
Oh yeah, if they decide to give me their copies that they want, sure.
Yes. And Knight Rider's laughing.
Yeah, he's saying it was a joke. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so let's close that out. Let's get to what's not a joke. So, what's not a joke was your commentary in Discord, which was episode 3. What made you say that, by the way?
What are you talking about?
You messaged me last night.
I did?
Or did you forget about that?
The I'll get into that. Let's bring up the forum post for this one, because this is one of the ones that you brought up as a discussion for today or yesterday.
It was for yesterday,
which is player owned adventure zones. We have player owned towns and dungeons. How about player-owned adventure zones where we can set up the spawns, pathing routes of mobs, set aggro range, quest, and all across an entire zone, maybe even have customizable bosses where we can choose their abilities and set them up. That was my comment. That is episode 3.
Yeah, well, that's where my question comes in by... what are you saying? Yes. That they got to introduce player-owned adventure zones, and that's going to be the content for episode 3?
Yes. Episode 2 is only 6 years late, 7 years late. Because the game went to production in 2018, so 7 years ago. So yes.
Knight Rider says, could make it an XP farm, though. Yeah, absolutely. That's what people are doing with their dungeons. Tina says, not a bad idea, but they don't have the ability to make that happen. Sure they do. We can make dungeons and we can make player-owned towns. Why don't we have the ability? We have all the ingredients.
We have some of them. The problem is that where you can choose abilities and set up mobs, that's because variables are hard. Because remember, a tier 1 mob and a tier 15 mob have the exact same fucking
I think that's where
logic.
the question of setting up the abilities so it would allow, and that would probably be the hard part. I'm going
Yes.
to come back over here and just give you an idea. I'm going to bring up my whatchamacallit, my action bar here as soon as I pick something up. Oh, that's right. Alt D, because I have deco turned off, so I don't do this. Okay, and we're going to do that. Then I'm going to show the decoration indicators. And okay, so you guys can see this big bright box right there. Excuse me. That is sitting on the
Eh,
ground, which is our birds that fly around us up here. And these boxes are used for all sorts of things like sounds, add-on
Yes.
NPCs, things like that. We have this. We have totems that we use, yeah, fog, yeah, all sorts of accents for a scene. Absolutely. Then we have the totems that allow us to populate dungeons, which the totem itself does a lot of the spawning and saying what the level of the mob is going to be, how many of the mob is going to be, all that good stuff. And then we have, as we previewed a couple weeks, maybe about a month back now, was like the Lich statue. And the Lich statue, you can put that in the room. So if you were to take something like the statue and make it just so it would do say multiples, and you would make it something like this so that you really don't know what it'll look like whatever the NPC is, but when you make it a decoration indicator and you uncheck this box, it disappears from view so that people don't see it. And again, you guys don't see this
Yeah.
box unless you show the
You've got the
decoration
show decoration.
indicators, right? Um, Same thing like in adventure mode, when we go down to a dungeon and I'm placing new dungeon rooms. Jack doesn't see the
Anything.
hammer and anvil or hammer and sickle, whatever it is, on the walls where I'm changing stuff because he doesn't have access to it. Same thing would apply. So if we were going to have say a player-owned adventure zone, it would basically be a POT, because basically that's all an adventure zone is just another scene. And you connect you drop an entrance like a dungeon. Let's come over here for a second. We would have, it might not be a portal like this, it might be a gate leading,
Well,
could be
the
anything,
thing
literally.
is, they could set this up as a revenue stream to where they place it on the overworld map, kind of like POTs. So player owned adventure scenes would be something that, hey, you're going to spend X amount of dollars on, and it's going to be one of these templates, but then you have to use the totems and everything else to actually add the mobs into it, things like that.
I would say no. I would say it would be added into your player-owned town. It wouldn't be added to the overworld. The overworld's full enough with bullshit as it is. So this would be something just like your dungeon that goes and it's an add-on to your lot. Or again,
Well, remember that the technically the size of a dungeon, a basement, or anything is all 1 kilometer squared, right? But how many people are going to actually buy an adventure scene?
it depends on what they
and go through and
ask
custom.
for. Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
we
But
still have people paying almost $1,000 for a holdfast. What is a
Yeah.
holdfast going for these days? I think it's actually 700, but the original price was 900. I mean, what are they now? I think make a difference. Subscriptions, player-owned towns. I think they're now just 700 now, which the original price was 900.
Yeah.
You know,
But I mean, it is one where adding adventure scenes into on the overworld map, I don't have a problem with that as long as it's one where it's like another POT essentially. It's another player resource, and then they would also have to do better scripting so that way players can actually add NPCs and better inky scripts within there and set rewards, stuff like
right.
that.
But now my next question to you
And
is, how many people have actually upgraded to megalopolises, gigalopolises, and teralopolises? Way too
2 or 3.
many. Way too many. Okay. And we're
What did I
talking
mean?
7,000, 8,000, and 10,000 plus, respectively.
So people will spend the money to do these things. The one thing that I would do is say that empty scenes will not be visible to other players on the overworld map, unlike the empty town markers.
Yeah. Well, again, I wouldn't allow people to put them on the overworld map. That would just be me. They would be you would add them to your own. I mean, come on, the map is full enough as it is, and there's still. I mean, that's another topic we're gonna get to, and then we're gonna chastise Conjurer Dragon for being the smartass that he is, because he's commenting here. They already have problems in dungeon rooms. They need to split them into spawn and deco rooms. It would be a mess if players would place spawn points and deco on a POT. Well, you're talking about two different techs altogether.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and the idea of they could allow, and the keyword is could, and they can allow deco in a spawn dungeon.
In spawning.
The reason why they do not allow that is to stop everybody. This is why we can't have nice things, from using the deco to funnel all the NPCs down to a funnel point and just make it so you can sit there and just plunk them all off as they funnel in. That's the only reason why we don't allow deco.
Or build like half walls around them. So that way,
so that they can be shot like fish in barrels.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to get to that topic here in just a second. That was.
I have no problems with adventure scenes being on the overworld map or connected to POTs or even connected to lots.
Now, I will go with you if it's limited to a big piece of land in an upcoming episode. But I wouldn't allow it in episode 1 or episode 2. Yeah.
My joke about episode 3 was that's when it will be available, because we're already 7 years late on episode 2.
Yeah.
Or 6 years. For something that's only supposed to take 12 to 18 months of development.
Yeah, so next topic.
We're at 12 to 18 months to listen for the Shroud roadmap for 2024.
You mean 4 to 5 years for? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but next.
Which one?
Ask a dev.
Because him new Lightbringer, one of those guys that owns one of those massive towns, can we still make player-owned towns nested? I was wondering this as I wish to place another POT, but was thinking of having it as a nested pot as an extension of our pot and not be on the overworld map. Is this still something we can do? And Lane, I've not heard of this feature ever being removed, and the pot submission form still mentions it. Conjurer, as far as I understand, the Ask a Dev kinning is for use in the in-game chat, not the forum. Conjurer, not helpful.
Yes. Now,
Because
let's go.
if you want to go to the forums and the Ask a Dev, where the fuck is that announcements? Ask a Dev answers. The last time that an Ask a Dev question was answered was June 3rd of 2024.
June 3rd,
So let him ask.
2024.
2024. And a dev still hasn't even answered the question either.
Yes. But meanwhile, there was another post in there chastising him.
Conjurer?
But yeah, which is basically, MYOB. We understand that.
Mind your own business.
Yes. Mind your own business. Okay. He understands that it was, what it was and the way it was posted.
Yeah. Yes.
But, you don't need to sit there and chime in on every single comment, every single idea. And it actually got into some, I think there's some misspelling someplace that need to be found someplace. So go do that was the comment that was, in there. I don't know if you saw that, but I did. It's not there now.
I did not see it. I did not see it. Yeah. Got deleted.
Yes, but basically, I believe that person, had a point, which is, you don't need to sit there and comment about every single post and think that you're the authority on Shroud of the Avatar when it comes to this. He understood why he was doing the Ask a Dev here because, as we point out, the last Ask a Dev that was answered was back almost a year ago. Almost a year ago, yes. And
sorry. Next month would be a year.
Yes, and overall, we had 8 topics actually answered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we had a little bit more than that, but
since its inception in 2023, January of 2023, they've answered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
less
7,
than 20, I'm going to
8,
say.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And notice one of those last questions, Rav, when will the new server be installed and what are its specs?
Yeah.
Over a year ago.
Jackson assist.
Yes.
And what was the answer a year ago?
Once we have it in service, then I can answer that better. Right now, I have a very base level of RAM in it. We will be populating more prior to full production. It will have 2 CPUs and a ton of storage space.
Yes. Still waiting.
Yes, Ask a Dev is only 2 pages. Still waiting.
Yes.
And then there was one other question after that.
Yes. So.
And someone is pointing out that we nitpick all kinds of shit. Yes, we do. We do absolutely nitpick all kinds of shit.
Yes. If anybody's going to nitpick, it's going to be us. Leave it to the pros. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Damn it. Okay. Leave the nitpicking to the professionals.
Yes.
All right, I'll do it.
We could also point out that the game lore section of the forums is still completely empty.
Yes, absolutely. There is 0 game lore. I can tell you
Like
that since last
someone
Friday,
forgot to do it.
that there were 4 whole posts made, and 2 of them were spam.
Spam, spam, spam,
Whoopsies.
spam,
Yeah.
spam, 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 spam,
Yeah.
spammity spam, spammity spam.
But if you would like to learn how to book group air travel with Air Canada today, that was a really great post. Here, we're gonna share
Yes.
this. I'm gonna share this one real quick, just for shits and giggles. This is the kind of stuff that is popping into our forums these days. But yes, Condra, yeah, we love you, man. But you know, you don't have to chime in on everything, buddy. That's all I'm saying. You know, we understand.
Well, I mean, that the forum actually becomes the best place to ask that question because the Ask a Dev is completely unused.
Yes.
And
nobody's answering.
Other than that, the other question is in Discord. I mean, but that's still something that
this was also a way for the devs to alleviate actually having to do work themselves, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
They made it so that you had to ask that in universe chat, so that they would hope that the community would answer the question for somebody, so that they didn't have to take their time to do it. When, you know what, is I appreciate the fact that, you know, a lot of times there's a question and, you know, people ask and they get an answer. But sometimes I got a question, and while I think I may know the answer, or I think somebody else may know the answer, I want an official response. I want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. I don't want somebody who says, well, this is what I heard when I was in this conversation from somebody's uncle's brother's sister's mother, who said this on, you know, this thread back 20 years ago. Yeah, no, I want to hear it directly. And again, I have direct contact, if I want, with Ravlox, with Laney, with the people who are, you know, I need to be in contact with, if I need to be in contact with. And when I have those questions, yes, I hop over into the Discord. I stop and I ask them questions, and a lot of times I will, you know, and I'm very upfront about it, as, you know, any serious reporter will do. I will tell them, listen, you know, this is either on the record or off the record. I have a question off the record. I just want the answer for myself. You know, on the record, can you answer this question? And then I say, can I talk about it? Can I give them, you know, give the audience, you know, the information that you're sharing with me? And sometimes they say yes, and sometimes they say no, and sometimes, you know, it's just something that I'm curious about, and ain't none of yous need to know anything about. So that's how that works. You know, I've thought about that long and hard, Knight Rider, and I've come to the conclusion that that would be a very bad idea. As much as I know everybody would like to probably see that, you think this show's a train wreck? I think that would be a bigger train wreck across the board. You see the comment I'm talking about there, Jack?
Which one?
Knight Rider says,
an interview. Yeah. An interview with Raph should happen on stream.
Yes. Yeah, no. How can I put this politely? There was a comment by one politician who says their game plan is just to let the other politician keep talking because that strategy works so well. Because I'm not about to go delve into that, because that would just drop. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I can't say anything nice, so I'm not going to say it.
Even if we had just 10 questions in the hour to answer, I think we would not get answers on any of them.
Yeah.
But it is time for us to start heading out.
I was going to say,
pulling
now,
streamer bundles.
we've done a lot of interviews. Richard, Starr, Chris, players, Tracy Hickman, and several of those people, I actually gave their questions to them beforehand so that they had chances to actually think about the questions so that they were prepared for them.
Yes.
And these interviews went on a lot longer than initially planned, even when I gave them the questions in advance. So, yes, yeah. Get Chris back in the studio. No, that's another one that would just,
people that tend to think that Chris was a good programmer really fail to understand Shroud math. Shroud math is Chris's responsibility. And how fucked up is the Shroud math? Hello.
Paladin Michael, you are going to be getting my streamer bundle this time around.
And Lebu Lionheart got
Berg.
mine. And then Volvanov is getting a copy of Epistory, the Typing Chronicles, which is a $15 game. Yes.
Really?
You get to play a girl riding a giant fox who fights an insectoidal corruption from an origami world.
Very interesting.
The story literally unfolds.
It seems kind of paper thin, though.
Picking a winner.
Yes.
And Tina O'Neill. Tina, you're going to get a copy of Legacy of Sin, The Father's Sacrifice on Steam. Legacy of Sin, The Father's Sacrifice on Steam. And that looks like it's a $8 game going out to Tina O'Neill. So congratulations, Tina. That looks like an interesting little game. Looks a little old school, but looks pretty cool nonetheless. Yeah, it does look cool. But meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up for today. And of course, we will be back with more tomorrow. On Whacked Out Wednesday, we'll have Leisure Suit Larry offers still available till they're gone, or until nobody really wants them, in which case then, oh well. It is what it is. Just trying to give people a chance. Nom, 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 nom. Thank you, Tina. But we'll be back with more tomorrow, right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Lomir.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
See ya.